that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back.
Coach, thank you. Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the set. 58 to mark. And we're putting Greystone travel. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, dude. Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Back to throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing is long. And this is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's go, D. It's going to be 11. It's going to be a long day. Switch. 12.
A shotgun snap for Locke. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On. Go ahead. 3.
They're going to go. It's Locke. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Mike, go. Green 80. Army. Check 24.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11 Z. 36.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
12.
From the 50, it's Locke. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Locke. And he's got his man Hilton. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So that is twice on the opening drive that they've gone for it on 4th down, and they've converted both.
I don't know if they're using analytics, which might tell them, hey, more times you go for it on 4th down, the better your odds, the better your chances of succeeding. But let's face it, most teams are not going to go for it twice on 4th down in the first quarter of the game. I mean, we might not see it 2 more times all season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I can't believe they even let you play. Joker. Watch out. Check nickel.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A tackle for loss there, 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Check out. Right, Go. Go. Alert flare. Alert flare. Monday. 12. Hey, Zoo.
Block on third down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You better be afraid of me. Haley. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's go.
2nd and 11. It's caught. Smith. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Westbrook, complete. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December
more football.
early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Love. He's got it to Hilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give them 32 on the play. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. McCaffrey. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Got it open there, and it's Valdez-Scantling. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
1st and goal.
Mike 29. Man, that's trap. Reggie. Slam.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Safety's creeping. Watch the safety creep. Pilot, 64, weak.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian McCaffrey. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2nd and 6. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Complete. Smith has it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This is a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Look out! Blue 40! Check, alert! Hey, check.
Throwing on 3rd down. Long. He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man complete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
36.
Out of the gun, 1. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Taylor, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Red! 10 Tucson. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Undercrush.
On first down. Taylor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop the throw. That's taken in by Henderson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Jaguars.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, check. Mark 55, Mark 55. It's coming this way, coming. Yep. Here we go. 55 is my guy, 55. Wow. Twist. Set high. Set go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And this will be taken at the 13. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Out. 3 down.
On the ground, McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
49, check 49.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Right, 40! I'm coming after you! Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Colts going on 4th. It's Locke. And he connects with Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Check, 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 check.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing his line. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Jaguars 1st down.
This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Mexico! Wide, get wide! SOS.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Bravo!
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here.
Whoa. Check. Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, keep it. Hey, exit. Mike's 50.
They snap it to Love. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off near his own 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? Do you see the coaches signaling? All the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marching in for the save, Matthew Judon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coach, you always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
53, come on. 53, check 53. Man, I got you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Launching one for Henderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided 1 shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to find Green. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
I'm here all day. Just squeeze, get in there. Ready, go.
2nd and 10. The open man is Westbrook. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
It's just me and you. Ready, go.
He's back to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
Check out. 675. Let's get that ball right here. Out.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Check out. 540. Watch the back. Shift.
Again, it's Johnson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded about a yard deep. Nifty move. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Yes! Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. 9 time to his left. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he completes it to Westbrook.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 97's the mic. 97's the mic.
2nd and 5. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Check 25. Check 25. Deuce.
Quick throw here to Hilton. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.